My name is Kayla Jett. I'm an executive director here at Possibilities Women's Center, and we are here because of donors and partners like you, and we get to provide free reproductive health and maternity support, lots of really neat services to our community. So I'm here with Janice and Susan today, and we're just going to kind of talk a little bit about just the impact of your support.
The generosity of our donors, especially through a pandemic, has been amazing. We have not fallen behind in our general fund. We have even exceeded our fundraising goals.
And an important part of that is that every service, every resource is free to our clients.
Yes.
And that's because of those donations.
Exactly.
And, you know, one of our favorite things is to walk someone through even the care closet out back and show them not just the monetary donations, but really the material donations, all the diapers and clothes, baby items.
I believe the STD testing has really opened our doors to people that don't have the faith. A lot of our clients do, very broken women, and having questions and where to get help. And then there's the ones that are excited to be pregnant or shocked, but then excited because they didn't think it was going to happen to them.
A lot of the clientele that we see where we use that language of we're really planting seeds a lot, right? We don't always get to see in the very immediate moments just the impact of the care and relationships here. But there's one client who I'll use the name Taylor for, who had come in years ago, back when I was pregnant also with my first. And no, she didn't really ever have, a question about whether or not she was going to parent or keep that child. But it's interesting seeing her now, 5 years later, a mother now to two. And I remember this past spring, she actually took in a couple of other kids from a mom that she was acquainted with, and kind of an unofficial foster care situation, and was just needing to help this mom out. And that to me, even though it's not this story that maybe we all long to hear, where she might have been, considering terminating her pregnancy and chose life instead. But to me, that breathes so much life and generational impact that just by us being present and connected to Taylor and helping her, supporting her through motherhood. And now here she is also bringing in two other kids from kind of a painful situation and getting to bring them into her home and just and speak life over them. And so you just never know the impact of what we get to do,
right?
Not just on
That's
those
so
mothers,
true. Right.
but on these kids too.
Exactly.
And just the generational impact.
And every once in a while we have people come in and relate their stories. I didn't know what to do, and I came in and you were kind to me, and I went through the program, and I never told anybody.
And I agree with that. Sometimes it's years before we might realize the impact of what our services provide, because I know well before my time being here where I bank and where, we bank, and there's a lady that works there, and she recognized us right away, and she told of how she came there as a single, I believe, 18-year-old pregnant mom, and the volunteer took time to be with her, and she has never forgotten that, and she kept her baby, and she's so thankful. And she tells me that every time I see her.
The reason that we meet a lot of just these basic needs, these basic physical needs, and why that actually can be connected to this pro-life, but kingdom of God, Jesus-centered work. It really is through the task of modeling what Christ did, where he was very busy meeting just tangible needs. And in doing so, he was able to open people's eyes broader to the kingdom of God and to the message of grace and redemption and everyone being welcome into God's family. And I just think that that's what we have the opportunity to do here. Obviously, we don't operate as a church. We operate more medical and social service, but underneath that, by meeting those basic needs, we really get to create opportunity where when someone's physical needs are met, then they can be more available to talk about emotional and spiritual needs and just be more receptive to that. So I see all of that very connected.